Hello, and welcome to the Continuous Quality Improvement video series for Sexual Risk Avoidance Education Grant recipients. CQI is a systematic process for identifying challenges, developing and testing solutions to those challenges, and monitoring success. Creating a CQI team in your program will help to prioritize this work. This video focuses on creating and using your CQI team. There are several roles to fill on this team. First, you need a team leader to oversee and organize the team and process. This person should have a broad understanding of the program's goals and the influence and interest to lead these efforts and communicate progress. You also need improvement advisors that will help provide on-the-ground information about the program. These are often your frontline staff, community partners, and even participants, parents, or guardians. They will provide insights into the causes of program challenges, suggest ideas for feasible and promising improvement strategies, and help craft improvement goals. CQI is made stronger with multiple viewpoints. So your team should include a range of collaborators. And finally, you'll need a data lead. Data is an integral input for CQI. So you need to have at least one person on your team who can access and make sense of data. This can be an internal or external evaluator, data analyst, or any staff member with strong analytical skills. This person will oversee data collection, analyze data to measure progress on goals, and monitor implementation and testing. Let's hear how some fellow grant recipients operate their CQI teams.
Thinking about the early steps or the first steps in forming a CQI team, so how do you get started with the CQI team?
It didn't happen for several years when we began because we were in the process of just trying to feel out who we are, how we're going to get to our goals, and hitting all those firewalls until we realized, okay, we need to be intentional about who we put on this team because we need to make sure the community is represented. We need to find people who will tell us about the bump in the road that we're going to hit that we're not going to be able to see at this point.
Okay, CQI, everyone's saying, oh, I'm doing CQI. But unless it's purposeful and intentional, you're not going to get the best results. And so I think when we got to the point where we needed it to be purposeful and intentional, then we began to say, okay, let's develop a team. Let's develop a strategy. Let's develop a process. And so I think that might be the first step is to say, okay, yeah, we're doing CQI, but are we purposeful? Are we intentional? What's our strategy?
Thinking about regularity then, how often do your CQI teams meet?
We meet weekly. We meet weekly to talk about what's working, see if any new ideas and get the accurate feedback that we need. Yeah.
We do too. We meet every week and it's an updating of what's going on, what are the issues, and the fact that everybody is at the table. This is my in-house staff I'm talking about, my leadership management group. That builds not only camaraderie, but it gets us all on the same page. And when something good is happening over here, it's not being missed, and the whole team is then stepping forward in a good direction.
We have 15 subrecipients that cover different counties throughout the state of Texas. We schedule a monthly meeting around mid-month, so try to make sure that everybody has their calendars open. So it helps to be able to bring everybody to the table and have them put their issues out and be able to discuss it and come up with ideas.
And also to share resources.
Yes.
And if I have something that I can offer to someone, I'm open to that. But even if it's not formal, it's really important for people to get together who have the same, who are doing the same type of work and really sharing ideas to improve each program.
We're a small organization, and our CQI team, when it's fully functioning, is everyone. I've got managers, I've got my educators, And everybody has a separate role to play, obviously. And I, as the lead in the organization, it is my responsibility to make sure that we're going in a good direction. Figure what needs to be done, and then we take it to our Thursday staff meeting where the entire staff, we talk it through, we acknowledge what the problem was to let them know that we've heard them, and where we see it going best, they'll give us guidance because they're the feet on the ground. They're the ones that have to make it work. My team is my organization. If they aren't here, I can have all the great ideas in the world. I don't have anybody who's got the talent, the skill, and the experience of going into the classroom like they do. So it's a definitely full organization kind of process.
It's a construct, and now it has a label, which makes hard conversations, it gives it a place to occur. Otherwise, if we didn't have a platform where this is an acceptable conversation to have, the person would internalize and feel like they have to solve it all by themselves. But there's a group of people that get excited about hearing challenges and want to pour into the solutions. CQI is reframing difficult conversations for program teams.
Our CQI process is structured in the fact that we have a leadership team. I'm the executive director, then I have a program liaison, she's involved with our communication team, and then I have a program director, she's involved with our implementation team. The three of us get together and we have conversations on how these teams overlap and what we need to improve what we're doing. Maybe we don't call it CQI every day, but it's a continual process of improving what we're doing.
You saw from our grant recipients that they had a range of viewpoints represented on their CQI teams. Staff also spoke to the value of their teams. If you don't have a team yet and are interested in getting started, check out Training Module 2, Defining Your Core CQI Team. For more information, the link is at the bottom of the screen, and take a look at our next video to get more information on steps 1 and 2 in the CQI process.